Let's bring on board the management of Finolex Cables. We have Mahesh Vishwanathan, CFO at Finolex Cables, joining in with us to talk about their numbers. This time, when you look at the Q4 numbers, it was a muted set of numbers coming in from the company. A very good afternoon to sir, and let's talk about the sales growth. Now, sales growth that has been lower that we're seeing coming in versus the competition as well. Can you share where the growth is actually that you're expecting that came in from this quarter, and where could we be seeing it going forward as well, especially in terms of volumes and value-based growth as well?
In the quarter, on a comparable basis, sales grew at about 9%. And within the electrical cables, sales grew around 6%. That's the value growth. However, the volume growth has been higher. Volume growth in electrical cables was about 7% on comparable basis, while in communication cable segment, the growth has been almost 25%. So it's more volume-led, less price-led.
Okay, also what we also want to understand is just in terms of your demand trends, how is that trending like, because especially you do have some bit of a proxy coming in from the real estate space, especially cable wire segment, FMEG, even your communication cable segment. What does that actually work out in FY24? How are the trends looking like so far in the first quarter?
As you know, we are largely a commodity-led industry. So the variations in commodity prices, volatility in commodity prices will have an impact on the business. While we do try to keep the raw material prices as a pass-through, sometimes there is a lag between the time that we are able to. So sometimes there is a lag between the cost input changes and the effect on the selling prices. So that's one thing that we have to keep in mind. Other than that, what I do see is that in the economy, you see robust performance around the real estate and construction activities. However, since we are in the tail end of those industries, I think the impact on our industry will come a little later than what you see in, let's say, cement or steel industry.
Right, Mr. Vishwanathan. Also, just in terms of your margins, copper prices have continued to remain volatile. What is it that you are expecting in terms of your margins going forward? Could we expect this run rate of 10 to 13% to continue, or should we expect it to improve? What is the possibility there?
If you look at EBITDA numbers, I think among all our peers, we would be one of the highest as far as the electrical cable is concerned, typically around 13%. There would have been a small dip last year in Q3, but that was Q2 rather. That was more the impact of commodity price changes at that point in time. But sustainable basis, I think 13% is something that is scary.
Also, just lastly, if you could tell us how is the current order book looking like, and what is the guidance in terms of order book for FY24?
Well, like I said, real estate and construction activities seem to be doing well. So we should see orders flowing in there. Auto cables, we have been doing extremely well over the last 1 year. In fact, that is one star performer in the product lineup. We raked up volumes by close to 50% over the previous years. And that seems poised for further growth. We are in fact adding additional capacity on that product line.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Vishwanathan, for joining in with us and giving us an insight of what we should be expecting from the company going forward. That's Finolex Cables Management for y'all. But let's move